Highest rated local weather app from the App Store today. Now, from your Weather Authority, Chief Meteorologist Wayne Hart.
Well, for much of this winter, we've been averaging at least one big storm system per week. The last few ones, though, have been more of a severe weather concern, but this week it will be snow for at least parts of the tri-state starting later tomorrow night through Wednesday morning. But the bottom line is the farther northwest of the Ohio River you are, the better the likelihood you'll get accumulating wet snow. The farther south, the more likely it'll be just a chilly rain. But it was a nice start to the week. Highs today were generally 40 to 45, and tomorrow will be a little bit warmer before that rain rolls in tomorrow night. But it's quiet on Live First Warning Doppler radar. Winter storm watches continue. These have not been changed. Wayne, Edwards, Wabash, Clay, Richland, Lawrence, and Knox counties. But overnight, the Weather Service will either change these to a warning or an advisory, more than likely. And I would think we'll probably get an advisory in our northern counties, just based on the guidance that has been coming in. But it is quiet right now. This time tomorrow night, though, I'll be tracking a lot of rain, which will begin to be, well, I think it's going to be in the process of changing over to some wet snow in parts of the area. That'll be the transition phase. Now, today we started off with the clouds in the morning, and then we transitioned to sun in the afternoon. That's our Superior Ag Tower camera time lapse out of downtown Evansville. Turned out to be a pretty nice January day, and after a beautiful sunset, we got some high, thin clouds moving back in from the west after we just saw the crescent moon there setting in the western sky earlier this evening. 31 degrees. The winds are light out of the west-southwest at around 3. Upper 20s to low 30s. We'll drop a few more degrees, generally into the upper 20s overnight, which of course is very seasonable for this time of the year. The storm system that's going to cause all the issues is still pulling out of the desert southwest into New Mexico. But once it begins to interact with the Gulf moisture moving northward, we'll really see it intensify. And the actual area of low pressure will move right over top of Evansville, more than likely, early Wednesday. And that's why we're going to be on the fence between the rain to the southeast and wet snow up to the northwest. Right now, just the high clouds moving on in. Those will gradually increase overnight and through the day tomorrow before that rain arrives. So here's the latest Future Tracker model. It did update since we last joined you back at 6 o'clock. Clouds thicken up during the day tomorrow, which will be a little bit warmer. Highs in the upper 40s, forecasting 48 to 49 across the area. And then the day itself should be fine, but in the evening, we'll quickly see rain coming up from the southwest, and the arrival time hasn't changed much. 8 p.m., rain into our southern counties, almost into the Evansville metro. But what has changed, between 8 p.m. and midnight, the initial wave of moisture coming in is going to at least briefly cool the atmosphere enough to generate widespread wet snow across all of the tri-state. You might think that's a major change in the forecast, but overnight the warmer air is going to begin to work back into the area, changing this snow, at least in western Kentucky, back to mainly rain. So the rain-snow line still looks like it's going to set up somewhere along the Ohio River. But even when you get into this wet snow, the temperature down near the surface could still be a degree or two above freezing, which means a lot of that snow is going to melt. So it's a tricky snowfall forecast because we know the snow will fall, but not quite sure how much is going to stick. But at the very least, it could create slushy conditions for driving overnight and maybe even for the morning commute. 6 a.m. Evansville right on the fence. 9 a.m. still some snow in the area, but temperatures beginning to rise, and everything's pretty much out of here by noon. And then we're just left with some spotty rain showers in the afternoon as we rebound to around 40. A few snow showers, though, come in later Wednesday night and Thursday. Could see minor accumulations just about anywhere from these, with better chances north and east of Evansville. So it turns much colder. Highs only in the low 30s. So for some of us, we may get our best accumulation out of these snow showers. Nothing that's going to be all that high, but, you know, a dusting to a coating, certainly a possibility on Thursday before that activity diminishes and we see the weather improving some heading into the weekend. Haven't changed the snowfall forecast much. Still less than an inch through the Evansville metro. Have expanded western Kentucky to mainly rain, except along the Ohio. But I have pulled the 1 to 3 inch band down a bit into our northeastern counties. So basically along and north of 64 here in Indiana, you get into that 1 to 3 inch band, and then most of southern Illinois 1 to 3. But the farther northwest you go, the more likely you'll get closer to that 3-inch amounts, and then 3 to 6 as you head just northwest of the tri-state. So overnight, partly cloudy, mid to upper 20s. Tomorrow the clouds increase, upper 40s. The rain moves in tomorrow night, mixes with and then changes over to snow roughly north of the Ohio River. Diminishes after daybreak on Wednesday. We're up to 40 in the afternoon. A few snow showers Thursday, maybe minor accumulations there. The high only 33. Dry Friday and warmer, but very windy, 42. And then kind of a 50-50 weekend. Cloudy Saturday, but dry until Saturday night. Showers come in, and then they'll slowly diminish during the day on Sunday.